Chapter 3, Mishnah 4. The rest of this chapter lists the Torah passages that must be read on certain dates each year. Since our tractate deals mainly with mitzvahs applicable in the month of Adar, it begins with the Arba Parshiyot, 4 passages, which are read during or shortly before that month. The 4 passages are the following. 1. Shekalim, Exodus chapter 30, verses 11 through 16, which obligates every Jewish man to pay a half shekel tax each year. This money, which had to be paid before the 1st of Nisan, was used to buy the communal offerings. 2. Zachor, Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 17 through 19, which includes the commandment to remember, Zachor, that Amalek attacked the Jewish people and the commandment to eradicate Amalek. 3. Parah, Numbers chapter 19, verses 1 through 22, which details how a person who had acquired tumah from a corpse can become tahor through a process that includes being sprinkled with water containing the ashes of a parah adumah, a red cow. And 4. Ha-Chodesh, Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 20, which teaches the laws of Pesach, including the mitzvahs of the Pesach offering and matzah, the prohibitions of chametz. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. When Rosh Chodesh Adar falls on a Shabbos, we read the passage of Shekalim. This passage is read at the beginning of Adar to remind the people to pay their half shekel tax by the end of the month. When Rosh Chodesh Adar falls within the week, we bring the Shekalim reading forward to the previous Shabbos, i.e. the Shabbos before Rosh Chodesh, in which case we interrupt the readings on the following Shabbos. That is, we do not read any of the 4 passages on the first Shabbos after Rosh Chodesh. This is because we want to postpone reading the next passage, Zachor, until the Shabbos immediately before Purim. On the second Shabbos, i.e. the second on which one of the 4 passages is read, we read the passage of Zachor. Since this passage commands us to destroy Amalek, we read it shortly before Purim, when we celebrate the defeat of Haman, who was descended from Amalek. On the third Shabbos, i.e. the third on which one of the 4 passages is read, we read the passage of Parah Adumah. Since this passage states the laws of purifying a person from the tumah of a corpse, it is read a few weeks before Pesach to remind the people to make themselves tahor so that they may eat the Pesach offering. On the 4th Shabbos, i.e. the 4th on which one of the 4 passages is read, we read the passage of HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, this month is for you. Since this passage teaches the laws of Pesach, it is read shortly before that festival. On the 5th Shabbos, i.e. the Shabbos after the reading of HaChodesh, we return to the regular order. That is, we read the regular Haftorah. On a Shabbos when one of the 4 passages is read, we read the Haftorah passage and not the Haftorah of that week's Torah portion. Then, on the first Shabbos after the 4 passages, the 5th Shabbos, we return to the regular cycle of weekly Haftorahs. The Mishnah lists other occasions when the regular cycle of readings is interrupted, and the usual reading is replaced by a special reading for the occasion. For all the following occasions, we interrupt the regular cycle on Rosh Chodesh, Hanukkah, Purim, public fast days, Ma'amad services, and Yom Kippur. However, the law is not the same in each case. A. When Rosh Chodesh, Hanukkah, or Purim falls on a Shabbat, we replace the regular Haftorah with the Haftorah of the occasion, but the weekly Torah portion is not displaced. B. When Yom Kippur falls on a Shabbos, we replace even the weekly Torah portion with the reading for Yom Kippur. C. Public fast days are not observed on Shabbos, and there is no special Torah reading at the Ma'amad services held on Shabbos. In these cases, the only change occurs on weekdays. When a public fast falls on Monday or Thursday, and at the Ma'amad services of those days, the regular Torah reading is replaced with the special reading for the occasion.